What is up, everybody? I'm about 20 minutes early to start, but I'm having to go at it solo tonight, so I'm going to give it a few minutes. It's been a rough week. The flu is running rampant in my area. Put the phone in here. What? Oh, there we go. What? Leave me alone. What is popping up there? Anywho, all right. Oh, all right. Like I said, going solo tonight. Chris is under the weather. I hope his goes better than mine did. I spent the week with the flu. If you followed some of the other content on the channel, you might have heard about it. Uh, my daughter decided on Monday to get the flu and then spread it around. So luckily, she was kind enough to share that with me, and I spent Wednesday and Thursday in bed. I just watched Dynamite today. Had I watched Dynamite Wednesday, I wouldn't have remembered what happened anyway. So uh, it was rough, and I'll be honest, I have to. I don't really remember much of Raw, just because there's like a 2 day span there where everything's just gone. I don't. I was really out of it. Had a had a pretty decent fever for about 24 hours there. Had a lot of weird dreams. That was fun. Yeah. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, there's probably going to be a few of those instances where that happens during this show, but uh, we are going to move on. First thing I wanted to get into tonight was this week we had AEW Dynamite going head to head with NXT. Uh, so that'll be that's I believe the first time this has happened since NXT went back to uh, or went to Tuesdays and lost, so to say, the Wednesday Night Wars. Um, it wasn't really that much of a war, but yeah. So, uh, but uh, from the looks of things, reading this article here, WWE NXT viewership outperforms AEW Dynamite. Now, NXT brought the heat with this one. They were in the old ECW arena. They had ECW legends everywhere. You know, oh, some great stuff to see. Uh, Devon, Devon showing up to help out Bubba Ray and Trick was pretty cool. We saw Rhino, RVD. Um, so they really brought the heat on that one. So we talked about it last week. I said, AEW is not going to be able to go into this going, well, we've already beat them. We know they can't do it, and go in lax, because they'll for sure lose. However, I think they went into it pretty good. Dynamite was not bad this week. Looking back at it, we had some pretty good matches. We had the Fight Without Honor trios match. That was pretty good. Adam Cole versus Malachi. What's up, Fleming? Yeah, NXT and the ECW arena was really good. Let's see. And then we had, of course, that broke down into complete chaos. Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin versus Claudio and Pac. Where is... Oh, they cut off part of the picture for the article. That's funny. There was also the Kyle Fletcher Kenosuke Takeshita versus Ricochet and a mystery partner match. So we started out with a promo from the Hurt Syndicate. I think the Hurt Syndicate is actually they look really good. This is looking like it's gonna be a fun little. I don't know if they're gonna run it as a faction, like he keeps hinting, he's giving these cards out, but I don't know if we're gonna have a faction or if we're gonna have a tag team. Yep. I'll get into the bloodline here in a minute. Yeah, they said it. They started setting up Survivor Series finally. Took too long. What was I even? The Hurt Syndicate though. Yeah, even if they use them as a tag team, is going to be phenomenal. I think. First match of the night though was Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin versus Pac and Claudio. That started out wild because Orange showed up top of the ramp, and then they went to attack him, and here comes Darby off the top of the tunnel. That was really cool. My man Darby Allin. Y'all know I like Darby. Damn, I keep messing with that. That like I said, ended up in chaos, and the guys from the conglomeration had to come out for the save. And that led straight into the next match, the Learning Tree versus the Conglomeration. Now, this, surprisingly enough, was pretty damn good match. Like, they went wild in that one. The Conglomeration did get the win. Tomohiro Ishii. I swear that's not how you say his name, but that's how they keep saying it. He got the pin on Jericho. We got to see Mark Briscoe go out there, jump off the ladder, put Jericho through a table, kind of get a little bit of revenge for Jericho's antics at the ladder match. So pretty cool stuff. Great moment with Kyle O'Reilly and Big Bill off in somewhere, a little tunnel somewhere, and Kyle O'Reilly ended up putting the what's that? Guillotine choke onto Big Bill, and they both crashed through a 2 setup table. So that was pretty cool. This match had a lot of people talking. Adam Cole versus Malachi Black. So watching it, the match was really good. And of course it led to all the speculation that Malachi is leaving. He's getting ready to retire. He's injured again. And then Malachi actually took to, might have been Instagram, like the next day, and was like, I don't know why this happens every time I have a match. And then the next thing you know, everybody's saying I'm retiring or I'm leaving AEW and he said, none of this true. Stop saying it every time he has a match. He has not been injured in a long time. I think he said like 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. And that was the major back injury he had. So he said he's healthy. He's loving what he's doing. He's not interested in leaving at the moment. He's got a healthy contract length. I think he's got options where he can opt out of his contract if he wanted to, but he's got a pretty good deal, and everything he's got going. Although House of Black should just be dominating everything. Now that I see what they were planning with the Death Riders, I can see why Malachi is not, or why the House of Black is not being billed right now as just dominating. They are being switched over to switching over to face instead of being heels, which I don't know if that really works with House of Black or not, but we shall see. The hell was that noise? I don't know. Evidently, a whole bunch of people had all kinds of different things to say about him after the match. And the reason was the speculation. Well, I don't know about every match, but Adam Cole got the win. You know, at the end, Malachi decided he was done. He knew he was, knew it was lost, and he set up, crossed his legs and told Adam to do it. He took he took Adam's knee to the back of the head finisher thing, and he got the pin. Adam tried to shake his hand, and instead of shaking his hand, he gave Adam a hug. So the backstory with that, though, is they've had a good rivalry throughout their careers, and that's the first time Adam Cole has ever pinned Malachi. So that's why there was a good show of respect there and all of that. And then after that, we had Adam Cole call out MJF and blah, blah, blah. And you see MJF make he talked about if they both win their 3 matches, it'll be a triple threat match at Full Gear. And then you see a video of MJF getting mad, and he's sitting there drinking wine because evidently we're still in 2024 think that's what makes you look rich is drinking wine, even though I can get all the wine I want down at Walmart for about $2. Yeah, he's showing less babyface tendencies right now for sure. But he called somebody, said, "I need you to pay somebody a visit." Now, right now, the speculation is that he called that. From what I've seen on some of the comments on some stuff, people think it might have been Wardlow. If it is, technically, it won't make any sense because Wardlow got away from him because he all that bull. So it would be more retconning stories to do stuff that don't make sense with MJF, to be perfectly honest. So I don't know who that's going to be. I would like to see Wardlow back, though. What's up, Carver family? I'm solo tonight. Chris is down with the sickness. I hope he don't have the flu like I did. Maybe not, because I know it sucks. So y'all keep him in your thoughts and get him back so we can not do a solo show. He needs to get back to feeling better. I had something I wanted to show him tonight too. It's right there in that box, but it might have to wait. Let's see. Oh, we had the Christian Cage and Hook face to face. Where do I go on this one? So the Christian Cage is just, I don't know. I'm so over him in AEW. Every rivalry is becoming the same with him, and it's all, now this whole thing with Hook and them attacking Taz, which Taz needed a full knee replacement, blah blah. But they attacked Taz to get him out of Hook's life because he wants to be Hook's dad now. This shit is so aggravating at this point. I'm really over Christian Cage, and then of course he's up in there in the ring saying, "I wish Taz was dead." Like I've noticed that AEW is bad about this kind of stuff, bringing up dead grandmothers, bringing up dead fathers, dead brothers. Like it's too much. Like if it was, if it happened, if it's only happened twice since AEW started, it would be like, okay, shocking. But now every time Christian Cage has a new feud, he has to bring up a dead relative. MJF, every feud he has, he's got to bring up something like that. He's got to go dark with it like that. There's more to use than that, guys. I don't like that portion. I don't like that crap in wrestling. Bringing up dead relatives is almost as gross as it's almost as gross as using light tubes in wrestling. I hate that shit too. Like Hook did a pretty good job. Hook took out the security guards. That stuff went well. Just the promo was garbage from Christian's standpoint. Uh, Penelope Ford versus Jamie Hayter. Hayter defeated Ford, and then we got a promo for uh, uh, Mina Sakazaki. I can't pronounce her name, but she'll be coming next week. Yeah, I'm glad Solo doesn't say that kind of stuff. That would, like I said, I don't care for it. We had Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet and a mystery partner. Of course, that mystery partner was none other than ex-Callis family member Powerhouse Hobbs. Um, let's see. Hobbs and Ricochet got the win, but of course, after the match, Fletcher attacked everybody with a steel chair, which prompted his ex-tag team partner, Mark Davis, to come out. Yeah, they'll be doing a women's. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but they generally, unless they're expecting to really go overboard with the men's bloodline one, I think they'll be doing a women's. But again, now they have to get that set up, and they don't have a lot of time to do it. Um, but that was, what else do we have? Oh, we got to see Mercedes Monet and what's her friend's name? They ran um, tried to run Chris Statlander over with the car. That failed miserably, and they both got beat down. So AEW is right now just setting up a lot of stuff for Full Gear. So we should see quite a bit more going on with that. They've got that's on the 23rd, I believe. So let's see. The Collision. I'm just going to scroll through Collision real quick and see if there's anything. Chris Statlander in action. No. Let's see. Now, see, that Bleacher Report called them BCC, but they're going by Death Riders now. They actually got an entrance now. Roderick Strong defeated Beast Mordos. I like that guy, though. Beast Mordos is awesome. No, not interested. Death Riders versus Conglomeration. So I know this was yeah, they wrote it right here. They didn't in the headline. Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac were represented the Death Riders versus Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Tomohiro Ishii. I know I saw where John Moxley came down and was hanging out outside the ring, and then Orange Cassidy came down, and then, of course, it turned into a huge brawl. So much more chaos every time the Death Riders are involved. So that is AEW for the week. No, my man Bronson Reed don't play. I'm loving what they're doing with Bronson Reed. He's absolutely on fire right now. One of my favorites in WWE. All right, so what the hell? Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Let me try this. Here we go. So this week on Raw, what do we have going on? We had a Liv Morgan promo, which led to the tag champs coming out. Yeah, that segment got a B. And then they had the number one contenders battle royal, which Io Sky won. So she will be the next in line for Liv's title. What else did we get? Yeah. New Day versus the War Raiders. Man, the War Raiders have looked good. They are really on fire since they came back. And, of course, the War Raiders won because it looks like they are going to break up the New Day. But I have said this all along. Chris has been, talking about them splitting up the New Day. And I'm like, That's a good question. I'm going to look that up here in a second. Braun Strowman, what has happened to you? But the thing is, if they split up New Day, are they going to do anything with either one of those guys? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll get to feud, so we'll get Kofi versus Xavier Woods matches. We'll get about 3 or 4 of those probably, and then then what? Let's see. Okay, so Braun Strowman is injured. Let's see. This story was yesterday. So he was injured during the main event match with Bronson Reed on Raw back in September. He's remained on the sideline since. He suffered a torn groin during the bout and has been rehabbing the injury. So, Fireflies. Okay. So right now he is out with injury. Hopefully it don't keep him out too long. My guess, we're already in November. They'll probably keep him on the shelf even if he's healed until the Rumble. They'll let him return at Rumble. That would be my guess. Back on Raw, we had Sami Zayn come out. So let's see what happened. Let's see. So they Jimmy and Jay were out in the ring. I believe how that went, and then Sami Zayn, they called Sami Zayn down, and they didn't really give him any time before that. Jay interrupted him and said, wanted to know, did he kick Roman on purpose? Did you do it on purpose, Sammy? And he didn't really get to answer. Jimmy Uso then started in, and questioned Sami Zayn. And then after some verbal back and forth, Jay told Sammy to come to SmackDown and talk to Roman on Friday. And we will get to that in just a minute. It was a good back and forth with them. Then I'm going to give my opinion on the whole Sami Zayn thing here in a minute, because we've been very outspoken here about Sami Zayn being a part of this bloodline situation. So when we get to SmackDown, I'm really going to get into that. We had Dragon Lee versus Chad Gable. Dragon Lee won. Then we had the number one contenders fatal 4-way match. Sheamus, Seth Rollins, and Dominic Mysterio versus Damian Priest. Yeah, that's pretty much true. I think everybody just needs to apologize to everybody, or just grow up and move on. Would that be the way to go? So Damian Priest won. So that is Gunther's new number one contender, which is perfectly okay. Io Sky being the new number one contender, that is going to be amazing. And guess what? She's not alone. So it's not going to be a matter of, Rhea's by herself. I can beat her and Dom can distract the ref. Io Sky don't travel alone. So, hold back the shenanigans, Dom. All right. Now on to SmackDown, where I will probably get stuck for a minute. Opening segment was, of course, Sami Zayn and the Bloodline situation. So let's see. So Roman Reigns said, basically said he don't really want to hear what Sami has to say, and Jay said, just hear him out. The crowd was chanting Sami Uso the whole time. So Sami Zayn said that he did not kick Reigns on purpose, but he talked about how it felt special to be back in the ring with all of them. And he said he would be willing to go back to how things used to be if Roman Reigns would just apologize to Jay. He didn't want an apology for himself. He wanted an apology for Jay. That's probably the only part of this whole situation that I'm like, no, stop. Don't go out there and say, you want Roman to apologize for. If Jay wants Roman to apologize to him, Jay's going to tell him. Jay's already told Roman what's up. Why, Sami had no need to do that. So, but I liked what he said. He said, I'd like to go back to the way it was before, go back to Jimmy and him doing the handshake thing, go back to Jay being the year's best hater, go back to Roman being Roman and all that. It was a good promo there. It lost everything with the whole, you need to apologize to Jay. Well, Jay's a big boy. He don't need Sami to do that. Let's see. So Roman did walk up and say he was sorry, but he continued to say he was sorry that he let Jay waste his time with this. Continued to say, Sami's not family. We got family business we need to handle. It was good though. It kept everything going. Roman, called out Solo, and then of course you see I think it was Jacob up on the screen telling Roman that he come out on it when he wants to. He's the tribal chief now. Yeah, right. And Roman did. He said yeet. I saw it. That segment was followed by Bayley versus Candice LeRae, where Bayley got the win. It got a C+. We had Pretty Deadly versus DIY. Okay, I wish Chris was here on this one. Now he's big time with Pretty Deadly. I really like DIY, but I like Pretty Deadly too. They're awesome. I did not like this. I don't have a problem in the world with DIY beating Pretty Deadly. But when Tommaso Ciampa goes out there and never makes a tag and obliterates the other team like that, that should be local talent, jobbers. It should not be an established talent like that. That was not good. It's just continuing to see that Pretty Deadly is probably it's going to take people really getting behind them for them to get a push and be taken serious, because right now they're just going to be continued to be pushed as a joke. DIY is an amazing tag team. Ciampa and Gargano are great. I just don't like the fact that they went out there, and it's not DIY's fault. They were booked to bury them, and that's not cool. I mean, that match should have been against, like I said, some local talent. Use local talent for that, man. Why would you not? What's on my keyboard? Sorry about that. I just didn't agree with them not using local talent. Let's see. Now, right before that, though, we had Randy Orton come out, and I was just looking into that. WrestleLulz, what's up? I was just looking into the whole Randy Orton situation. So Randy Orton comes out, and of course, calling out Kevin Owens. all out mayhem. And then the thing that sparked the internet, Kevin Owens used a pile driver, not a tombstone, an actual sit down pile driver, a move that's been banned in WWE for a long time. And now, there's been a lot of issues with the pile driver. So now you've seen Randy sell the injury. And I mean, he sold the shit out of it. The shaking hands, and all you hear, the whole time as they wheel him back, and she's shaking hands. So this is Lucha Apocalypto. Ooh, that sounds awesome. This was the way. This was just writing Randy off TV. I don't even remember the name of the injury that the WWE reported on their website of what he has now, but he did a great job. Randy has always been good at selling. I can't spell that even looking at it. Lucha Apocalypto. I had to look it up. I'm sorry. Co-produced by Alfred. Okay, it's from MLW. Nice. What? Oh, page not for really. Technical issues delayed it to tonight, huh? Interesting. Very. Now I don't get to watch much MLW. It's hard to get hold of. I mean, pay-per-views obviously are not too difficult, but they're difficult to pay for sometimes. Ooh, I messed up my. There it goes. Wrestle laws. So then we got Jade Cargill versus Jade and Bianca versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. I don't even know with this one. Same old same with all that. Got a B-. I did not know that. I do now, though. I'll be looking at that. Pretty average match between Belair and Cargill and Jackson Stratton. Nothing exciting. Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. Always a good time when we've got Motor City Machine Guns involved. Of course, they got the win. Got a B+. Their next opponent is going to be the Street Profits. Wow, Ultimo Guerrero. Nice. What the hell did they skip over the whole? Really? Well, so dang, everything's distracting me now. There it goes. So the Bloodline, the Solo came out for his acknowledgement ceremony, which I think is like the third time he's tried to do an acknowledgement ceremony. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. But of course they came out for that, and then of course Roman comes out, and Roman challenges Solo to a one-on-one match. And he says, "No, why should I do that? I've already pinned you." Blah blah blah. And then how did it go? Why did they cut all? They didn't even put any of that in the damn results that I'm reading, and my memory is just shot from this week, being sick all damn week. Here it is. Oh, Solo returned and said he didn't want to challenge. He didn't want to do the 1-on-1, and he challenged Roman to a bloodline match. And Roman hinted at the fact that, for the War Games match, Roman hinted at the fact that there's only 4 of you. And so Solo, said, pointed at each one of them, 1, 2, 3, pointed at himself as 4. And then he said, number 5 is my partner. And then Sami Zayn comes out. And then, of course, they attack Roman. Here come the Usos running out. Usos and, mayhem, of course. Gotta love some mayhem. Next thing you see, Solo and Jacob have got Roman. Solo tells Sami to get in the ring to kick Roman, and Sami doesn't. Sami kicks Solo instead. Or did he kick Jacob? Kick Ram. Yeah, he kicked Solo. And then, of course, they all did the finger. They all did the acknowledgement finger after the Bloodline 2.0 ran off. But that goes back to the question. Roman said there's only 4 of y'all. War Games is a 5-on-5. Then he kicks. Yeah, I figured he did. Yeah, I had to go solo tonight. Chris is feeling under the weather, and I wanted to make sure we didn't skip out on a Sunday. He told me go ahead and go solo, so y'all just keep him in your thoughts. Hopefully he didn't catch the flu like I did and don't remember the whole freaking week. It's been rough. So yeah, now we have a War Games match set that both teams are missing one. Interested to see how this plays out. And as Fleming mentioned earlier in the show, we haven't set up a women's War Game match yet, so not sure where that's headed. Yeah, Roman needs an enforcer. That's right. That's what Solo was when they were originally a 5-man team. So, yeah, he needs an enforcer. Can't wait to see who it is. But speaking of the women's division, I completely missed that part. There was a huge announcement, and we've talked about this many times. Said we thought it was probably time, although they've introduced so many other titles and done so much different stuff since we originally talked about this. But it's been rumored for a long time that they were doing mid-card titles for the women. And they finally announced Friday that SmackDown will be the home of the Women's United States title. Yeah, beat them up. I don't understand why they have they do the Speed Champions, but they don't ever wear them. They finally mentioned somebody mentioned that they were going to go win it the other night, and then I think Braun Breaker may have said that. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping Zilla shows up. We hear so much stuff, and you never know what's actually what when it comes to all of this. Zilla is not with GCW anymore. He fulfilled all his GCW arrangements, but supposedly he's still doing stuff on the independents. But if he's got that chance and they've made the call, I don't think he would give it up. I think he would be there. So, and of course, I kind of got a feeling Solo's fifth may be Hikuleo. And if they bring him in and name him Tala Tonga, I'm going to lose it. I'll beat you to it there. I think Hikuleo, the Tongan's other brother. Oh, Cody being champion is more than a bit still. I hate to say that, but it was more exciting watching Cody chase the championship. He hasn't really done anything, you know. He had a decent little thing with AJ. Okay, we knew that was not going to go any other way than what it did. And then he's intertwined with the bloodline stuff again for no reason. I have no idea why. Oh, I mean, Solo wanted that title so he could be, more like the tribal chief. But we knew Solo wasn't beating him right there yet because we knew what the whole bloodline thing was setting up. Roman's fifth. See, I'm kind of. I would like to think along the lines of Reigning Game and say that Reigning Game that Randy and Cody would be amazing. Uh, I'd like to think that Zilla would be Roman's partner, fifth. But I don't know. I don't know if he fits as an enforcer or not. He might. It all depends on how they book him. Now, I think they've signed him to an NXT deal, but Lance Anoa'i is signed to WWE now as well. So, who knows? He could be pulled to help Roman and them for Survivor Series, and then, do a type of deal where he says, I've got to do my own thing. Let me know when you need me. I don't know. It's a lot easier thinking about who Solo's fifth person would be because I think the Tongan's brother is the way to go there. I think Cody will join Roman and Gang, and Owens might join the new bloodline. That would be one way to fill it out. I really would prefer Cody stay away from this situation, to be perfectly honest. But I can tell you right now, if Cody is Roman's fifth, we will see The Rock. And we will probably find out at that point that is who has been pulling Solo's strings, and who, made Solo the head of the table and all that kind of stuff. God, Zilla. I'm so ready to see Zilla. I'm telling you now. I hope it happens. Oh, sorry. Okay. But yeah, that the men's War Game match right now is really the thing to look at. I really think that Crown Jewel hurt the setup. To be perfectly honest, I just think interesting. I think that he shouldn't have been. I think that really Cody hasn't got revenge on Owens yet. Yeah. And we may that could be something to go. They may go. We may see Adam Pearce letting Solo and Roman both know, hey, that's fine if y'all want War Games. War Games is a 5-on-5. Y'all need to figure it out. And then, of course, the question is, who do we see get their fifth first? If it's going to be Cody and Owens, which is definitely plausible, who do we see get their next tag, get their fifth man first? Do we see Solo being like, I think they needed. Crown Jewel they just didn't need to do it. And they definitely didn't need to do it. Just a few weeks before one of the big four. It's just the way it is. Shouldn't have been done, but I'm not Hunter. I don't make that call. But do we see Solo ask Kevin, or do we see Cody go talk to Roman and say, if you need to help, I'll help. And then that'd be the question with that is who recruits who first to make the other guy say, hey, I'll help you guys because I want to get my hands on him. I definitely see where you're going with Cody and the other guy. Jesus, I'm fine. Kevin Owens. Jeez. Struggling, guys. Interesting. Cody and Owens. I actually absolutely can see it happening though, even though I really don't want Cody, like I said, anywhere near it. Because and the other thing with that is Roman keeps trying to say it's family business, so we don't want they don't want Sammy involved because he's not family type stuff. And I don't know, but I see. But now that you say it, like with Cody, you're almost guaranteed if Cody gets involved that we're going to see The Rock show up. Paul Heyman. Now, the wise man could return and decide who the fifth would be for them. That could be interesting. I'm ready for the wise man to be back. But I know last week Chris brought up a really good point with the wise man. When he said that Paul Heyman's never been a manager for a face. He always manages the heels. So that's oh yeah. Cena. When will we see Cena show up? I'm thinking he'll show up once they hit Netflix. See, that's the other thing that's the whole thing that drove a wedge between Cody and KO is the fact that Kevin Owens helped Roman. So then Kevin going to help Solo would be, I don't think he would do until he saw Cody help Roman again. So I think Cody has to join Roman's team before Kevin joins Solo's team, if that's how we're going to get it. It finally booked in my head. Interesting. Let me. See, I'm really interested to see what happens after War Games and everything. I honestly, I think they just decided they didn't have anything for either one of them from A-Town down. I don't think they had anything for them, so they were just, you know what, we're going to forget about breaking them up for right now. They had too much other stuff going on and didn't have a spot for them to do anything as a singles run. I think is what happened there. Um, but the big question is what happens after War Games with Roman and everything, because I saw an article somewhere where similar to what Fox did. So when Fox got SmackDown, they said we want Brock Lesnar, we want Roman Reigns. Fox made demands on who they wanted on the SmackDown roster, and they did what they wanted because it was a lot of money. Netflix is even more money to get Raw, and I believe they've asked for Cody, Roman, and CM Punk to all be Raw rosters. So there will probably be some shakeup happen soon. My hope is that they're going to use that kind of shakeup. I think Grayson Waller will fail as a singles guy. He was all right as a singles competitor in NXT. I'll just say all right. But yeah, he probably at this stage, if they was to split him now, would definitely just not go anywhere. Austin Theory, he's proven himself to be a good singles competitor. He beat John Cena at WrestleMania, which was stupid booking only for the simple fact that if he beat John Cena at WrestleMania and then went on to explode over the next year, good idea. If you beat Cena at Mania and then fall further down the mid card and have to be teamed with Grayson Waller and do a talk show more than you do wrestle, bad booking. But with Netflix wanting certain ones, what I think they should do is start having like Adam Pearce recruiting behind. Oh God, my brain hurts so bad. The SmackDown general managers back. Nick Aldis, there it goes. Whew. You've got Adam Pearce recruiting behind his back, taking some of his big stars, and he keeps. Oh, why does Roman keep showing up over there? Why does Cody keep showing up on Raw? And then we find that we see some backstory where you see Adam Pearce having meetings with them behind closed doors, negotiating, and then this leads to more problems between Pearce and Aldis, which eventually gets us a match between Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis at WrestleMania. I think would be awesome. Wonder when Drew is coming back. That's a good question. And there's so much about people returning and where they go and what they do. So much of that is hanging on the edge of how they run things during when we start the Netflix era. It's very, very intriguing the way they're running the Netflix thing, because Netflix, like I said, we know for sure. I wish I could find the article so I could read it for you guys. We know for sure they've asked for Cody, Roman, and CM Punk. Okay. We don't know what they want from them, but there's definitely something going on. My guess is if Cody's coming, we may actually see Cody lose the title at the Rumble. Man, I don't know. They haven't. I think they're saving Drew and Punk both for Netflix. They've got enough stuff going on right now to fill Survivor Series, and that's the next big pay-per-view. And then you go into December, and you start working on what? I'm sorry, I call it pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I'm old school. I can't help it. It's PLE. Let's see what is. I can't type. Jeez. Oh, they got Saturday Night Main Event in December. Are they doing anything else? Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Why are you going to tell me? There we go. All right. December. Do I look? What? Okay. December 14th is Saturday Night Main Event. And then, okay. So, they'll be doing that. Saturday Night Main Event is going to be the PLE for December. And it is a quarterly PLE. I think they're going to run it as a PLE, though, according to this thing. Huh. And then they won't have anything in January, and February will be the Rumble. But January, I think. Do we have an exact? Let's look at this real fast. Okay. I don't know the exact day that Raw is debuting on Netflix. Has anybody heard? Because right now, all it's saying is January 2025. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Looks like January 6th. And of course, that's going to be. And it looks like, of course, now this is a Wikipedia thing, so I don't know how true all of it is. But it looks like January 6th. They're talking. They're going to have Raw and SmackDown performers, and this is going to be also the start of John Cena's farewell tour. So that the John Cena tour is going to have some really interesting things going on. So can they keep enough stuff going on to do some old school, really cool stuff for the Saturday Night Main Event and wait for? See, I talked earlier about Braun Strowman not returning to the Rumble, but Rumble's not going to be till February, so we may get Braun Strowman back before Rumble. Oh, I know. I'm so ready for Tiffany Stratton to cash in. I don't know what's taking so long for that. I'm like, really? What she got that in June? Was it June? Money in the Bank was either June or July. And like every PLE and almost every week, she has teased a cash in. Who knows when she's cashing in? I don't remember if I ever finished what I was saying because I think I got distracted earlier. But with SmackDown getting the United States Women's title, expect tomorrow night for Adam Pearce to announce the Women's Intercontinental title on Raw. I don't think I ever finished that statement earlier. But when does John Cena really hang up the boots? It's supposed to be December of 2025, I think. I don't know. WrestleMania will be a big deal because it'll be his last WrestleMania match. I'm interested to see how much work he's putting in to prepare to run this year, because he's not just talking about showing up for he's not just talking about running to, be at just a couple of PLEs and then retiring. It sounds like he's going to be going all year. He's got a lot of matches he wants to have. So, no, he's always been in tremendous shape. So, he didn't look the greatest when he had that Austin Theory match, to be perfectly honest. Or that time he jobbed to the Undertaker at WrestleMania. I was laughing on that one. That was bad booking as well, though. So she has until next year's Money at the Bank, next year's Money in the Bank PLE to cash in. If she hasn't cashed in by then, I guess they just hang her damn briefcase up and they got to go at it again. I don't know. That'd be crazy if she waits till the last day. But it'd be a way better deal on her part if she cashes in and wins than cashing in the same night and losing. Not saying anybody did that, but Drew. Oh, man. So January 6th, we're going to be our first Raw on Netflix. And there's a lot of interesting things about the Raw on Netflix. Don't know what kind of rating they're going to stick at. I prefer them not go crazy, dropping F-bombs every night and going absolutely crazy with the language. But going back to, where it's not quite as PG. I mean, they've gotten away from PG for sure, but, a little bit more cussing is fine. Going completely all out with F-bombs being dropped every 10 minutes is not gonna do good, I don't think. Same, they don't need to just go all out and have bloody, violent wars every time. But yes, they will be ditching PG stuff. I'm just talking, let's go back to Attitude Era type stuff where, we don't have to worry about. I don't know if we're going to go back to bra and panty matches or not. Our new era of women wrestlers are quite capable of putting on absolutely amazing matches. But I would love to see them have more time to shine, though. But a lot of people were asking about. Yeah, now he may go to that. That's definitely possible. Seth Effin Rollins would be awesome. So interesting to see what kind of show they're going to run. And the questions come up about, are they running it as a 2-hour show? Are they running it as a 3-hour show? And so the deal with that is, I don't think they have a set time limit because they don't have a new episode of whatever the hell game show comes on after Raw. They don't have an episode coming on. They don't have a show coming on next. So to be perfectly fair, if they wanted to run Raw for 5 freaking hours, I guess they could. Probably not the smartest idea because 3 hours is about enough for a regular show. And I don't think they're going to run no 5-hour shows. I mean, but I think they may go back closer to the 3-hour runtime ish. Not sure. Interesting though. I got to look more into. The whole. My search engine for this is not working good. Oh, no. There we go. I got to look something up. MLW Lucha Apocalypto is live right now. I just learned this tonight, guys, from, let me go back up here, Wrestle Laws, that MLW shows their shows on YouTube now, evidently. Lucha Apocalypto is on tonight. So I heard rumors that Goldberg is going to sign for AEW after his 2025 match. Like, are you trying to get me fired up? Because, oof, Goldberg don't need a match in 2025. Goldberg, I believe, it's past time for Goldberg's boots to be hung up as well. I know he's gonna have a match. I'm sure. I know he's supposed to be doing a retirement match in 2025. Why, I don't know. Like, there is way more negative things about his last WWE run than there is positive. Becky may have re-signed with WWE secretly. She may very well have. Becky's whole thing with not signing a contract when her contract was up was not about trying to get out of the company that she wasn't happy or nothing like that. WrestleMania talked about it. Cool. Becky wanted to go be a mom for a little bit, and nobody can blame her for that. I mean, good on her. So I never expected really Becky to go anywhere else. I expected her to come back to WWE eventually. And she may just. I miss Charlotte. A lot of people are wondering if Charlotte's going to be a surprise comeback and be the first women's United States champion, which would not be shocking at all, by the way. The only problem with Charlotte coming back and becoming the first women's United States champion is the only reason she would want that is just for bragging rights, because she's already been women's champion 127 times. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if she did come back and be the first women's United States champion. But I'm ready to see Charlotte back. Yeah. I know there's a lot of talk that her return won't happen until Tiffany's cashed in, and she'll be the one to beat Tiffany or something. I don't know. I'm ready to see her come back though. I know she had an injury. I know she tried to do bodybuilding and stuff. She had other things she wanted to do. So hopefully she'll come back soon. Oh, Chelsea would be perfect. Oh, man. I mean to tell you, somebody is totally underrated at WWE. Like, they do not use her right at all. Because that girl can go. When you got time, get up on the YouTubes and find you some Chelsea matches from before WWE and see what the hell she's about. She's done some wild stuff. She can absolutely go. But yeah, we'll get that announcement tomorrow night for the Intercontinental, I'm sure. But yeah, that's going to be Chelsea. Yeah, that definitely should go there. I wish we would see the Damage Control situation perk back up and get Oscar back. And oh, what's her name? The other girl, she can't get off the injured list. God, I can't remember nothing tonight, y'all. Dakota Kai. She is just constantly hurt. Uh, Honestly, they'll probably do a video package maybe for the Shield's anniversary. I don't know. It may just get no more than a mention from commentary. I don't know. Um, or they may, post something to the website or a video to the website and not because right now you got, Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley not in the company, and yeah, they released Indy Hartwell, they released Baron Corbin, yeah, they released some. The one who's sucking up to Nia Jax. Oh yeah, yeah. I got you. uh, yeah. Who was? Shit. And I heard something else about There we go. Really? What the hell is this? Tegan Knox, Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and Baron Corbin. That's who got released. Oh, that's gonna be way too big of a deal for Tony Khan to let him show up. No, he ain't showing up. Um, and it's that those releases came out of nowhere too, really. Um, so there's three more that Tony Khan will probably pick up. I was just thinking about that earlier. I watched Dynamite, like I said, because I didn't get to watch it Wednesday, and I wanted to get caught up. And the Hurt Syndicate come out. That's releases. WWE released all of them earlier this year. Let's see, when did they? Ricochet, Bobby Lashley, MVP. Bobby and MVP were all in August. Ricochet was in June. I don't know when the hell Shelton Benjamin got released, but they were all released. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Indy, she's with Dexter Loomis, yeah. Yeah, he seems to like kidnapping the Miz. um, so there's a big list of releases this year, and then to get towards the end, and we get those three right there together. Uh, I don't know what else TKO got going on. They absorbed everything Endeavor owned, though. I know that. Um, yeah, out of that group of people that were released there, I thought that Indy Hartwell was the most surprising one. I mean, she just got called up to the main roster not long ago. But yeah, Tony Khan don't need to just scoop up everybody just because they were released from WWE. But if he's working on a TV deal for Ring of Honor, like the rumors have stated, then he may need some heavier talent over there. So he may need to. Ricochet cries on X all the time. I don't ever get on X. We have the Gladiator count over there, and I don't. It's too much social media for just two guys to try to keep up with all of it together. So I'm hardly ever on X, but I don't know what he's got to cry and moan about, but he's Ricochet. Matter of fact, just went over to Japan, I think, and attacked Zack Sabre Jr., the IWGP champion, and challenged him for the title. Who owns the ECW arena? Let's find out. It is evidently owned by the Stein and Silverman Family Partnership Incorporated. So it is a privately owned venue. Cool. Let's see. Scroll through to see if there's been any breaking news. No. Rhino, yeah. Rhino did look good. Rhino has always been a beast. I remember when Rhino was in TNA and he did I think it was a gauntlet match he ran, and then he went and won the title the same night. It was cool. Yeah, Rhino's always been really cool. I like Rhino. Unfortunately, I mean, how much? I hate to say it, but how long can they keep doing stuff and bringing ECW wrestlers back? Because none of them are getting any younger. And I mean, at least like, Rhino was still in pretty good shape. RVD's okay. Oh, wow. Braun Breaker versus Rhino. Spear versus Gore. Woo. Rhino always had a pretty brutal one. That would be cool. But yeah, all of our ECW favorites aren't going to be able to show up and do shows like that and actually put on a match very much longer, unfortunately. 2025 Endeavor will go private. Silver Lake will take full ownership. What is Silver Lake? I have Google at my fingertips, so I guess I don't have to ask. Let's see. Are you faster than Google? Leading private equity firm that partners with exceptional management teams to invest in, build, and grow technology companies. Would that be the Silver Lake you're referring to? Silver Lake investment firm, yeah. Huh. Yeah. Bubba's Uh, when Edge first showed up in AEW, we talked a while. That was a while back, and we talked about how, uh, we kind of wanted to see him team back up with Christian, and then him and Christian with the Hardys and the Dudleys run it back one more time. But nah, I'll just watch WrestleMania over again. Um, yeah, it was a nice moment getting to see Bubba out there and having Devon come in for the save with the table. I like that, but yeah, like I said, unfortunately, our ECW guys are not going to be. They'll still be around to show up and sit in the audience and kind of do this type of thing. We've seen Arn and Tully and them do stuff like that. Uh, I absolutely see Roman and Seth probably only going for another. They might go another 4, but yeah, they're definitely not going another 10 years. I think they've both done so much that they're at a point just like Randy Orton, really, where whatever they getting into is what their stuff they want to do. They're interested in doing. Um, and he probably would look younger if he shaved his beard. Uh, and he'd probably do better if he don't jump off top of any cages too. I'm just here for giving advice. Who am I to tell him not to? But I bet his leg won't like it. Should have done it. But Edge is still in phenomenal shape for his age, and can go on and put on some damn good matches. But he's got to know his limitations and not not do shit like that. We saw Sting taking bumps he shouldn't have been taking, and he got lucky with them. But I'm glad you asked. I'm guessing Edge is coming back at Full Gear, and he will absolutely not be having anything to do with the Christian situation. I think he'll be coming back to help Darby and Orange Cassidy with the whole Death Riders situation. Um, was right now that situation needs a big name, um, and unfortunately, just like when they ran the WCW NWO Angle situation, they had 3 guys with pretty big names. They had Lex Luger, Macho Man, and Sting. Oh yeah, like I said, I don't think I just don't think he's going to be in an angle with Christian when he comes back. No, I'm absolutely aware that how good of friends they are. That's funny though. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize it, but yeah, no, they're. I just don't think there's a reason for him to come back and get back into an angle with Christian. I think his return will be based on helping them. But yeah, Darby and Orange unfortunately don't have that star power like that 3-man group had back then. When I'm talking about WCW, NWO, you were talking about Lex, Macho, Sting taking on uh, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Uh, um, Seth already has a wrestling school, so he's got stuff to do. I don't know if he's got any interest in acting, but Roman might. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Old Dirty Dom, he talks to Daddy all the time, except when he's in jail. He's done all that hard time, all 30 minutes of it. Yeah. Yeah, I loved it when we had the WWE Network, and you got to see like the one show they did where it showed them when they were riding in cars. And oh hell, they're all on the bookshelf out in the hall. Uh, that was some of the most awesome stuff. I've got several books out there. I've got Stone Cold's biography. I've read The Rock's from back in the day. I mean, a new one would be totally different from The Rock, but when you read those biographies, you get so many stories from the road, and you don't have as many road stories anymore because they fly almost all the time. Yeah. Supposedly, there was rumors that Dom's wife actually thinks he might be cheating on him with her, but I don't know. I don't know if that's real true. Uh, it could be a funny article that some crappy news organization ran for no reason. Who knows? Um, but I liked reading those stories from the road. I liked the show, like I said. I loved the Table for Three back on the network. I don't know if any of y'all ever watched that. It was all the legends and stuff, and they sit there and talking, just telling stories about back in the day, and getting to hear all their stories is so cool. That's what I love about Undertaker's podcast. You get to hear the Undertaker telling stories. I would love to go to the One Dead Man show at some time. That'd be an awesome. Just Undertaker. I guess I've never even seen video footage really from one of them, but it's just Undertaker sitting up on stage telling stories and stuff. It'd be awesome. Oh, what the hell was that noise? Um, interesting stuff. Silver Lake. Um, I don't know if any of you guys are horror movie fans, but we lost another great one yesterday in Tony Todd, uh, the Candyman. He was in a lot of stuff. Uh, awesome actor. One that I actually never ran into and got the chance to meet at any of the conventions I've been to, and I've been to several. Oh yeah, I've heard of that channel. Yeah, stupid, stupid. Yep. Final Destination. He was in Final Destination. Yeah. See, I don't waste my time making content like that. I make content with those guys. Ta-da! This right, and here lately, I've been messing with these guys quite a bit with knuckle crunchers. He did a lot of voice work too. Tony Todd was awesome. And then I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give y'all a little peek into the end of this box. This is what's coming later on at the end of this week. That's all you get. That's all you get. If you can guess what was in there, then you know what you're going to see later this week. If I'd have had Chris on here tonight, I probably would have pulled it all the way out of the box and actually showed you what's coming, but I'm not gonna. I'll wait. We're talking. We might do a live tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see how he's doing. If he wants to do a little something, do a short show or something tomorrow night. Get on here, maybe talk some figures or who knows what. But now, rest in peace to the great Tony Todd. I think I'm about all done up for tonight, guys. I'm about ready to go find some cold medicine. Appreciate that. I'm so lost for an outro now. I usually know exactly how to run one most of the time, unless I get distracted, shiny stuff. Um, that's it for this one, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you hadn't already, smash that like button. Thank you so much for all the comments. If you're watching after the live's gone off the air, go ahead and add your comments down below. We still see them and reply. If you hadn't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notification bells so you don't miss any of the other content, especially with lots of that stuff. And you'll get notified every Sunday that we're live right here, 7 p.m. Central. I know I went a little early today, but it's all good. Follow us on all of our other social media platforms. Just look for that logo right there. That'll be the profile picture. That's going to do it for me. We'll hope Chris a speedy recovery. Appreciate all you guys. Gladiator out. Oh, wait. I wasn't ready. Gladiator out.